viewers. We hope that you can hear us and see us all okay, and that you're ready and rearing to go for this preview of our Vigor gameplay on PC. Just going to quickly check the chats that everything is okay. Apparently we're a little bit quiet, but we hope that you can hear us anyway and that you can up the volume, but I will... But like, this is interesting, because some people are like, we're loud and clear, so, I hope that we're all right. We are all going to put our mics up a little bit, and...
Alright.
Yes, now we're good. Thank you so much, Philip, for that. Hello, everyone. Off to the intros. Some people said they cannot hear us at all, which is interesting because we are really getting conflicting statements. But you know what? We'll jump in, and we're gonna hope that you're going to just up the volume on your device, because this is as loud as we're going to go. Alright, hello everyone, my name is Forsythia, and I am the Senior Community Manager for Vigor. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, and we have Filip Daňhel, who is our designer on Vigor, and we have Tom, who is our
Hi.
Senior QA tester. It's Tomáš Drda, actually. I realized that I just called him Tom, even though I put Filip's full name in Blast, so...
That's okay.
We'll
Yeah.
manage.
Apparently it's better now, so we're all good with the audio. Awesome. We can jump right in. So, without further ado, let's jump into how the gameplay looks like, which is great. I actually wondered if we could briefly go through the tutorial, Tom, please.
Oh, sure.
Because we have to show it to our Outlanders, or to our future Outlanders, who have not played Vigor just yet. So we're going to just briefly go through the tutorial. Philip, I know that the tutorial was one of the things that you and your team worked on very heavily at some point, a couple of sprints ago. I wanted to say a couple of years ago, but I feel like time went by really fast for us as a team. So could you perhaps walk us through the tutorial and what we aim to help the Outlanders learn from the tutorial?
Sure, yeah. So in the tutorial, the player has to get the gist, the basic gist of the core mechanics of the game. So, and we're layering it up on top of each other, one by one. So basic movement, basic shooting, and basic mechanics of the game, which will unravel as Tomáš goes through. There are a couple of little cutscenes or something like that you can see right now to get a basic overview of what we well, it's not maybe it's not that apparent from the start, but the story unravels more than you collect more and more things and go to special places and collect. So some kind of a back story that went is there too. Yeah, so basic aiming, basic shooting, basic moving, and we also have something in the tutorial which is only in the tutorial, and that is the enemies, which are not players in the tutorial.
But this is only specific for the
Yeah.
tutorial, as Philip
It's
mentioned.
exclusive for the tutorial, yeah.
There are, just to get this across in plain speech, there are no bots or AI or anything like that
No.
in encounters, shootout, or elimination. This is purely for the
Yeah.
tutorial. So Tom is about to go forward, looting, and then running across the bridge. Book it. And we see them, fellas.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And we have some people who are asking, like, so when is it coming out? And we're like, May. Early access will be available in May. And they're like, late May or early May? Keep an eye out. We're gonna share more info down the road. All right. And interestingly enough, you can even have a myriad of options for the weapons that you'd like to try out during the tutorial, which is great, actually.
Yeah, we wanted to let the player to to get a taste of what can be found in the match, and the tutorial has well, we wanted the tutorial to look like basically a little bit of a simulation of the main game mode we have in the Vigor, which is the airdrop mode.
Encounter.
Encounter, sorry. Yeah, airdrop is the thing that's...
Airdrop is the most coveted
most,
thing out of
Encounter.
out of an encounter. I'm sorry. It's the end of the day for us, so I'm tripping over my words.
Oh, there we go.
All right. The action's coming. It's getting tense.
It's getting tense.
Ooh, them blood splatters, though. They're very vibrant. Ooh, and they even teach you to select a grenade.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Okay. Oh, then they die. All right.
Then maybe
Shoot,
Tomáš will
shoot.
die.
Oh no!
Maybe.
Please don't die.
Well, it...
No, Tom, we need you. Sorry, Philip. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's fine, that's fine. We also considered that you might want to try to die in the tutorial, so that's covered too.
It would
I
be
die?
Well, if you
no.
can, if you want to.
No, please don't. we need you alive and kicking.
Hang on, Tomáš.
I can try to kill myself.
That's fine. You don't have to prolong it. Nothing. Well,
But if a player does die, it's okay. They won't have to start the tutorial all over, right?
yeah, we have logically placed like respawn points, so you can like pick up the
Pick up where you
progress.
left
Yeah,
off.
pick up from where basically where you left off. If you go back, you won't go back too far.
That's lovely. Ooh, you
Oh,
really
come
wanted
on.
to make sure he was dead, huh?
Just to be sure.
Double tap.
You never
Yeah,
know.
I wanted to also say double tap. A prelude to AI? No, this is not a prelude to AI at all.
Not
there-
intended. as
There
far as I
are
know.
no bots, there are no AI in the game. This is just for the tutorial, just so that it can simulate how an encounter might go. The encounter is the main game mode of
Well,
Vigor.
you will eventually meet other players, so this is just to present that kind of a clash or collision.
Please don't get squashed by the airdrop.
Oh,
I mean, you could.
You could,
And then we
but-
could demonstrate that you can get squished by the airdrop, and then you can avoid it.
But yeah, it can happen in the encounter as well. So be careful.
Yes, indeed. We've got some questions regarding crossplay, which is not a surprise at all. We will not have crossplay during the early access release in May, though we'd like to investigate crossplay for the future after the release. So, yeah, you should keep an eye out for that. There's no need to worry, though, if you're a console player, because if you're a console player who doesn't want to play with other PC players, eventually when crossout gets implemented, you'll have the option to opt out of it. So, you should be alright. Okay, let's see. Oh, exits. What happens if you don't exit? Does the radiation sweep in the tutorial?
The radiation is in the tutorial.
Oh yeah,
it is. I don't think it kills you though. Does it kill you?
I think it should.
I think it should. Let's try-
Well,
oh, you already left. Okay. So
that's fine.
Oh, too late.
That's alright. Oh, and we got a raid from the sick crew. Thank you so much
Oh,
for the
thank you.
raid. And we got some viewers. That's great. Alright. Let's see. Well, so that was the tutorial. Thank you so much for walking through it, Tom and Philip.
No problem.
what have you learned, Tomáš?
Not much.
Oh, that's not
Oh, come on.
okay. That's not
I don't learn too well.
Well, I hope that that's not the same case for our Outlanders, because the point of the tutorial is to help them learn. So, alrighty then. So I see that you're showing off the shooting range right now, which is a wonderful place to start for new players in the Outlands, because you get to practice over there. Philip, would you like to impart some knowledge on our
Sure.
players?
Well, the shooting range is open 24/7 for you. It's not locked behind anything, and you can try all of the guns you have owned before. So with each new gun you can find or craft or retrieve from an encounter, it will open a shooting range challenges. 5 of the challenges will be opened for you for that specific gun, and you can try to better yourself and to to make your skills better with that weapon. It's important to say that in the shooting range, no ammo, no ammunition is consumed, so you can shoot away with everything that you can. Try it out, but also if you lose all your gun or guns or deconstruct them or anything, you won't be able to shoot freely only in the challenges. The challenges will provide a gun for you, but the free, like let's say free roam or free shooting at your own pace, that's dedicated to the owning
Stash.
of the gun. Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. And I like that Tom is displaying the UI right now for selecting a loadout, which is great. But let's try to not get ahead of ourselves too quickly because we can also look at the other tabs in the menu, which are currently
yes.
locked, including this screen actually, which is locked because we are technically playing on a new account. Philip, would you like to quickly walk through
Of course.
why we do
yeah,
this?
Yeah, no problem. There is a, let's say, like a mechanic that will help the new players to get on board with the flow and with the progress of the game. So it will lead you. The new players will be led into like first 3 encounters for them to get the hang of it, to get the hang of the main game mode, which is the encounter, as we clarified. And thank you.
Yeah, sure.
And then you can get, during the first 3 encounters, you can get the basic gist of the game. You can loot some basic loot and prepare yourself for the next game modes and more maps and all that.
Tied to the tutorial, because Tom picked up the airdrop as a part of the tutorial, could we just briefly go through the crate screen?
Yes, that is available to you.
Great, so we have my first airdrop,
That's the one.
which will give you some juicy rewards that you can use in an encounter. This
Or
weapon
a
crate.
weapon crate. Where did you get that?
Yeah, where did you get that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, basically we have a type of reward crates, which contain various loot, various gear. The higher rarity the crate is, the more prestigious loot there is. The most rare loot is in the most rare crates. And then there is my first airdrop, which Tomáš opened, which will get you started. And these crates can be found in the airdrop, as we mentioned, in the encounter. It's not the only place you can find them. You can also win them in other game modes. But as I said, there are a couple of types of those crates, so and they should be described rather well, so you can expect what you will know what you can expect in the type of crate before you even get your hands on it.
So when Philip mentioned that there were different rarities, the highest rarity we have is special issue,
Yes.
denoted by the golden color of the crate. And then we've got military grade, which is purple or violet. And then we've got rare crates, which are blue, and it's the same rarity as a resource crate and a weapon crate as well. And then we've got an uncommon crate rarity, which is green, and then a common crate, which is white. Okay. Philip, did we already walk through why some of the tabs are padlocked? I think we did.
Maybe we didn't specify it
Okay.
too deep, but they are locked for a reason, and the reason is so you won't get overwhelmed with everything at the first sight. So when you go through the first 3 encounters, they will be unlocked. I'm not entirely sure if all of them all at once or is it progressed somehow, but we have a process of unlocking the tabs.
I'm pretty sure they open at the same time.
I'm fairly certain they are, but I'm not 100% sure at the time. But yeah, they will be unlocked at the time you will be ready for them.
Yes, indeed. Before we move on to showing off the game some more, I'd just like to pick up a question from the chat. There was a question about if we've got any consideration for a first-person locked mode, because a lot of people would really appreciate first person instead of third. Just to clarify, we are not intending on a first person mode, strictly first person mode at the moment. However, as Tom showed off in the shooting range earlier, you can aim down the sights whenever you. Thank you so much, Tom. Tom is lovely enough to show it off again, where you can aim down the sights in some weapons so that you could get better aim. And in other weapons as well, you can shoot from third person perspective. Of course, like aiming down the sides and hip firing have their own advantages, so it really depends on the situation. And that's up to you to figure out which one is best for what. No spoilers. Okay.
You can figure it out.
By you, do you mean Tom or you, the community?
You,
Because
the
I think
community.
Tom is lovely and he's already figured it out way faster than everyone. So, yep. All right. Okay, let's move on to our next talking point. Could we perhaps show how the shelter improvements look like? Because it's one of the main goals of the Outlands.
I'm gonna have to unlock the.
Okay, just give me
Tips,
a
though.
moment. Yeah, go ahead. Well, oh well. Let's see. Cool. So if you open up the menu,
Sure.
that's the store. I mean, we could show off the other tabs too in the process. And we've got challenges as well, more on that a bit later. But yeah, shelter improvements.
Yes. Well, your shelter has a number of improvements that will make your life easier and your life in the Outlands more productive, let's say. So, for example, Tomáš, what did you build? Crafting table, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Basic
crafting,
one.
basically, the crafting table is one of the improvements you will be using the most. And that is meant to enable you to craft more and more rare weapons. That's the main aim. There are more improvements like generators of materials, which will enable you to improve your shelter more to higher levels, which will enable you to build better and more improvements of each shelter upgrade. So you will want to upgrade your shelter level because you will be at more ease with crafting more weapons with the higher rarities.
Yes, indeedy. So yeah, we've got some hardcore Outlanders who play on console who've leveled up their shelter completely. Man, kudos to all of y'all, because
Wow, nice.
that takes a grind. It takes a while. So the fact that you guys took your time to grind and level it all up is amazing. And we hope our PC Outlanders will enjoy the grind as well. And we hope they get to it and they'll enjoy it. All right. Okay. There was a question for Tom about shooting. When you were shooting in the
Right.
shooting range, they were wondering if you were like moving your mouse while shooting to compensate for recoil. I think you
Well, sure.
yeah, I think you were. It's just
I mean, obviously.
well, I know, but they asked that, and I mean, we can kind of see Tom's hand over here as well, like on the
Oh,
camera.
that's-
So, I mean, of course, it also depends on your sensitivity of your mouse and which weapon you have when you're trying to
And-
control the recoil.
And
of-
it takes practice.
yeah, it does. Because we were pointing out Tom's hand, I just briefly want to mention we have this lovely Vigor mousepad that or I have the same one. Let me just. Yes, thank you, Tom.
Nice.
Yes, we have this lovely Vigor mousepad. We brought out this lovely merch to talk. Well, because we're gonna be releasing on PC soon, so we're gonna be hopefully enticing you Outlanders to stand the Outlands in the real life and buy the mousepad, and also this lanyard that I have. It's our new Vigor lanyard. It's different than the one that we had before because the one we had before was black and red, and this one is red and white. So, new merch. So hopefully some of our Outlanders who were supporting us for a while will grab them, and if not, it's time to grab them now. One thing to note is that the mousepad actually is on discount until the 15th. So you better catch it while you can, because the prices are going to go up for the mouse pad after that. So steal that deal.
I like this mouse pad. It's nice.
I'm happy to hear that, Tom. I like it too. I have one as well. It's like, oh yeah, here. I can show the corner of it, because I don't want to... I don't want to move it too much, but yeah, it shows off a lot of key landmarks in some of our maps in encounters. So it's quite snazzy, and we hope you grab it. All right. So yeah, we answered the question that one of our players directed to Tom, like if you were controlling the recoil with your mouse.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Tom, for
No
demonstrating. All right. Yeah, and we love you for it. Thank you. We stand Tom. Okay. All right. Let's see. Just gonna see if there are any other questions. Yeah, we've got some Outlanders asking about how the weapons work, and especially in relation to the weapon overhaul. I think we can show that a bit more later when we get into a match later.
Right,
Like, it
right.
could be in an encounter, it could also be in a shootout.
Shootout is gonna be better.
I think so too, yeah. But yeah. Oh, can you open up the menu real quick, Tom, please, with the
Which menu?
with the map select?
With the map select?
Yes.
The
So
shelter menu.
shelter menu.
UI.
Shelter menu.
Yep. Just wanted to mention, because we have the featured store and the premium pack store, just wanted to bring up that it's not going to be accessible for players in early access, because you cannot buy things during the early access period, so it's just not going to be available. Like, you might be wondering, if you are a console player and you're like, hey, I want to buy some stuff, well, that's why the tabs are missing, because you're trying it out on PC for early access, so just a heads up that those tabs will not be present. The general store is there, but
Yep.
the featured store and the premium pack store are not going to be available.
Don't
Oh,
worry, we'll have your chance to buy plenty of stuff in the full game.
Yeah, in the full release,
worry.
which is hopefully coming later this year. We're aiming for later this year, so. All right. Now, I think we could quickly jump into some encounters if you are ready for it,
Sure.
Tom. And I'm really pleased that our moderators have sent over the links for our mousepad, which, thank you so much. Yeah, so it's like easier to grab it. I'm just gonna pin that message really quickly. And we are matchmaking. Okay. Oh yeah, and we've got questions about how the key binding menu looks like. We'll look at that a little bit later when Tom's done from an encounter, so that we could just jump in already on the action. I know some of you are really waiting for that. So, yeah. Okay. Will there be proximity chat or something like that? No, there won't be proximity chat. We are not working on such a feature currently, so it will not be available.
It's not an easy feature to implement.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of people think we just press a button and suddenly the feature appears. Which I think that we should just nip it in the bud right now, and that's not the case at all. I think that we have a game designer and a QA tester here to just say, like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's not how features get added to the game.
You summed it up pretty neatly. That's, yeah.
Okay. Yep, and then there's a repeat question about crossplay. There will be no crossplay during early access, because early access is only for PC on Steam, which we hope you wishlisted us there. And in the future, though, we plan on having crossplay between PC and consoles, but there will be an option to opt out of it. So, but that's like after the full release. During the early access, there will be no crossplay. Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, everyone thinks IT/programmers have an easy button on their desks. Can we get easy buttons? It could be a placebo effect kind of situation, you know, like just let's get a button, write easy on it, and
That's
Sure,
one way.
sure.
That's one way of doing it.
all right. Okay, let's see. The Steam page states Xbox controller support. Not sure about aim assist though. Yeah, you can play in the PC early access with a controller. You could give it a go. But I'm not sure about aim assist myself either. Maybe my colleagues would be more willing to shed light on that. Tom, do you perhaps have any info about the possibility for aim assist in the early access build?
Um, well, the aim assist is gonna work on the controller, but not on the mouse and keyboard.
Okay, thank you so much for
That's
clearing
basically
that up.
it.
Wonderful, thank you so much. All right. Hey, will you be discussing the weapon overhaul today? Yeah, we'll be showing it off a little bit later when Tom will jump into a shootout or another game mode, because encounters, we just want to show off the looting aspect and the different loot events that we have available as well. And yeah, oh crap, we can talk about the boosters real quick.
Oh, right, yeah. In the lobby, you can boost up the match you are loading into to contain basically more loot for you to find. The rarity is affected too, naturally, and the airdrop, the contents of the airdrop, to be more specific. The more it's boosted, the more rare it is. So the more difficult it might be, because the more rare it is, the more outlanders will try to snatch it, right? So if the match is fully boosted, the higher is the risk, but the higher is the reward. But at the same time, you can also, in the lobby, you can buy an insurance, which
Safeguards.
saves your entire inventory in the case you die, because when you don't have insurance and you die in an encounter, you will lose your inventory. I have to specify that we should specify that it does not apply, doesn't it? Does it apply really on everything, or is it something?
It doesn't apply on the airdrop.
Doesn't apply on the airdrop. That's right. Yeah, so the insurance will save all your inventory, but not the airdrop. The airdrop is still a thrill to the end.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Philip, for walking through that. Let's see what the chat is saying real quick. Will you well, that's not a question. It is a statement, which I will agree with. You unlock plans by getting them through crates. Yes, indeed.
That is true.
The case.
Crates may contain plans.
That's going to be really lovely to grind for it.
Oh, yes.
Will there be a PvE only mode, and which anti-cheat will be used? I could answer this. There will be no PvE only mode. We don't have player versus environment available. It's all PvP. So you're playing against other Outlanders. And in terms of anti-cheat, we'll be using easy anti-cheat. So, yep. Okay. Oh, and we've got someone saying that they got the mouse pad. Thank you so much, silly mom, for grabbing the mouse pad. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, I'm enjoying it. I'm using it at my desk at work, so it feels good, man. Okay, so while Tom is looting around the Outlands... Oh no, we've got some wonky internet connection.
Yeah,
but it
weird.
happens. Ooh. Let's see.
It doesn't happen that often.
No, it doesn't. And to be fair, this is a different computer than what you're usually using. So, but it does say a comm station has been activated, and I'm happy that Tom's looking at the
Awesome.
map.
Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa.
please, don't shoot Tom. Thank you, Tom. I would ask you to open the map up eventually again, but I just want you to be
not
safe
now.
first. Yeah, that's.
Thank you.
I want you to be safe. Heal up, and I'm happy that we're using this opportunity to show how we heal our Outlanders. And different healing consumables have different healing effects.
That is true. We have multiple healing consumables. We have multiple tool consumables. Also offensive, like grenades, and also a little bit of electronic warfare, like
Like a disruptor.
jammers
or
and
jammer.
disruptors,
Yep.
signal detectors. And it's all handled by the circular selection wheel, the same as it is on the console. So by holding the correct button, you should see you will see the circular menu appear, and then with the mouse movement as usual,
Yep.
you just select the consumable. The same with weapons. We have 4 slots for weapons, so the circular menu with the 4 weapons will appear, and
You can
just
choose.
focus with your mouse, and there you go.
Choose to
as
shoot,
usual.
shoot.
Choose your pew pew.
Interface is looking great. Thank you so much. Our team worked really hard for that. And Tom is showing the locked container right now, which he's trying to open up. It's kind of tough because I think that we did have the pop-up about our internet connection being a little bit wonky or unstable.
Yeah, but
But someone just used the signals detector and they spotted you and everyone else in the map. Eventually, in a later encounter, hopefully we'll get Tom to look at the signals detector, but right now he is fighting for his life. No.
Oh, there he is.
Did he do
Shoot
a
him in
peek?
the
Oh yeah, there he is. He's hiding. Oh, well, he's not even hiding. He's just standing there. Well, not just standing there. He was trying to avoid you right now. Okay. Ha ha ha.
Make some friends.
Just wave at him. One thing, yeah, our PC Outlanders may not know this just yet, but they will know eventually, so I might as well tell them. You can wave hey to other Outlanders and make friends. Is this... Are you gonna wave hey, Tom, or... not?
no.
Aw.
No,
Okay.
I shall not.
Okay, in that case, you can point, which is
Go
lovely.
away.
I will point.
Just send him away. Shameful.
Okay.
You gotta ring the bell and say shame. Ooh, you're... Oh, good job.
Sorry.
That was naughty.
Was that really an oops moment, Tom? I
I
don't
mean-
know. It looked suspiciously planned.
I just wanted to poke him.
Well, that wasn't a very friendly poke.
That's a way to poke.
Okay, well, it
But
happens.
at least you could have seen the outcomes, the possible loot certain players may have on them.
Oh yeah,
That was some busy looter you got there.
yeah, it was. Tom, do you think you're in a relatively safe position right now, where we could briefly look at the map, or maybe
Sure,
you could
sure.
just
I'll
go
hide,
prone
I'll hide
somewhere.
in the bush.
Yes, please
As
do
always.
that.
Always do that.
As always.
Is this a bushy
See,
bush
I'm
or like?
completely invisible now.
Okay, lovely.
Nice.
All right, so this is how the map looks like, specifically for Anakin. And can you zoom in and out, Tom, so we could just briefly look at the comm station and the signals detector on the map?
Sure.
Well, okay. So zoom,
There you
please,
go.
with a scroll wheel. Thank you so much. Yes. So when you're zoomed out, everything looks a bit farther than like everything looks closer than usual, but then you zoom in and everything's a bit farther than you think. So that's why I wanted Tom to zoom in. Thank you very much
Sure.
for showing this. And you can place waypoints as well. Tom is really close to the locked container, which carries valuable loot. And then the comm station does modifiers for the airdrop.
Exactly.
Do you think it is a relatively safe place for you to head towards right now, Tom, the comm station?
Sure, sure.
I hope nobody shoots you while you're there. By the way, if anyone's curious, Tom is playing on the PC build that we have, which is internal. So the people who are shooting at him are actually our coworkers, our lovely devs who stayed a little bit longer after their working day ended so that they could help us out. So kudos to the team. Tom! Tom the killer!
He's praising you.
Wow, that's a lot of loot too.
What did he have?
Well, you got a lot of them, but like he also has armor plates, which, as Philip mentioned, there are defensive and offensive ones. So armor plates protect
yeah,
you.
you can apply the armor plates for, let's say, like permanent. Well, unless it gets depleted.
Shot at, yeah.
Yeah, booster HP. Let's call it HP. It's the armor plate has its own pool of like.
You found a troll, which is a
I did.
memento.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's another type
That's
of
awesome.
the loot. We have little mementos, little collections you can expand in your shelter. They are rare to find.
Those are
and
very rare.
yeah, those are very rare to
Actually,
find. And
We didn't even plan that. I mean,
yeah, and
Someone was like,
they
1v1 me,
you can
Tom.
get some. You can get they are pretty valuable in terms of experience when you retrieve them from an encounter.
Just wanted to jump back quickly into the armor plate. It just protects your torso.
Exactly.
does
We have
not.
hit zones. We have hit zones on the player characters, on the pawns, let's say, and it protects you from shots, as you said, chest or
Torso.
or and belly, or let's say. When you get hit in your limb or head, doesn't protect you there.
And headshots are a one shot, one kill. So keep that in mind.
Well,
Oh, it's Borkin.
it's Borken.
Oh, but that's because we're quite relatively far into the encounter, I guess.
Either that
Yeah.
or someone has used it recently.
Sufficiently. Can
Not
we
sure.
head to the signal detector because we're quite close to it?
Sure.
Thank you, Tom.
But I
Where
think
is
if
it?
it's,
Oh,
if it's
over here.
sparkling like that, it's already, as you said, it can
Busted.
be busted
Or
until
Borkin.
the end of the end of the match.
So you're
Yes.
just using the signals
Open your
detector, and you open the
There it
map,
is.
and you see other
Oh.
Outlanders. However,
Yes.
Philip did mention that there is some electronic warfare going on.
Oh yeah,
So
you can place jammer
mhm.
on the ground, which applies in a designated area around it. It basically hides you from detecting from anyone detecting your signal.
Mm-hmm. And you can also put down a transmitter which emits a fake
Yeah.
signal. It looks like a real one when you open up the map after you use a signal detector, but it's up to you to find out if it's real or fake. Is
Also,
it an Outlander or is it just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tool?
also the jammer does another thing, and that is that when anyone else than you walks into the range of the jammer, they will see much less on their map. All the icons of the map events will be hidden from them, so he will have a hard time to navigate while
Sorry,
in the
Philip.
area. But
I-
it can be destroyed, find and destroy. So
I swear I was nodding in approval both for you and for Tom because he picked up a vinyl, which
I did pick up the
you
vinyl.
are on fire.
fire. Yeah. So vinyls are another kind of memento you can collect from the Outlands, just like trolls.
You are making the mementos easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
You're just too good.
There we go. Final.
Yeah. And then you can play it in your shelter eventually when you. Is the music player in the shelter a part of the shelter improvements?
No, it's not a shelter improvement per se,
Mm-hmm.
but there is more content to it when you like automatically passively when you level up your shelter.
Mm-hmm.
With more shelter levels, there will be more ambience tracks from it, so you can choose yours, and the vinyls also. Did you say that when you retrieve a vinyl, then a new track
No,
can be
I have not
played?
mentioned
Yeah,
that.
a new music track can be played from the record player in the shelter.
Mm. Lovely. Thank you for covering that, Philip.
You're welcome.
We've got a
Oh,
question.
run for it.
Just book it. Run. Hey, will it be possible to connect my PlayStation account to PC? No, there is no possibility to do so. We don't plan on cross progression currently. So if you decide to play Vigor on PC, you will have to start over. Aww, Adam killed you.
Obviously.
It's Adam, of
It's Adam.
course. So rip Tom.
Did you buy insurance?
Maybe I forgot.
Oh no!
Damn. Oh.
Well, all that loot, dude. Come on.
We'll find out in the replay.
We'll find out.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Which we'll just a heads up, Tom. We'd like to spend a little bit of time in the loot screen
Sure, sure.
so that so that Philip can walk through it. And it looks like you did.
Yeah. The
Awesome.
first,
You-
insurance kept your loadout safe.
That's great.
Lucky.
So everything that Tom looted in the Outlands was kept safe, even though he died. He has it all in his inventory / stash, which is great. And we can see some match statistics and the leaderboards, and on the bottom right you can also see who killed you. So yeah. Thank you so much for previewing. Oh, there is even more,
The last one.
which
yeah.
is the battle pass, and you get XP for different actions. Philip, could I ask you to briefly walk past the concept of earning XP in the
Alright.
Outlands?
In order to progress through the battle pass, which is filled with valuable rewards, you will need to progress your level through the battle pass by earning XP from the encounters and also from the shootouts and eliminations. All the game modes are a source of experience, And in encounter, the more things you do, the more XP you get, and it's just not about the quantity, but also about the quality. The most, the let's say, the most rare or the most daring actions can bring you more XP than the basic ones, like covering distance, walking. Yeah. So for kills, you get more XP than from looting, let's say. But then again, if you're not good at shooting yet, you can just focus on looting and loot your way through the battle pass. And yeah, that's basically it. The more you do, the more you are rewarded.
We've got Tiny pointing out on the chat that we leveled up for the battle pass for season 17, but the early access will be using the season 18 battle pass. And yes, that is true.
That is correct.
This is just, like I mentioned earlier on the stream, this is an internal build. This is just for us as a developer team. So everything you see here might still change, might still get improvements, and will get fixes. We're aiming for
improvements
that.
and fixes.
Will.
Yeah.
Will.
Yes, we are determined, as you can see. Okay. All right. Can we just briefly look at your stash now, because you
Sure.
came out of that encounter with a lot of stuff, lots of loot. So yeah, you even kept all the stuff from your loadout, and you boosted your amount of ammo and consumables as well. Okay, Okay, can we see what the weapon overhaul is about? Yes, we will, eventually. This
Sure,
stream will actually,
Don't
like,
worry.
I think we could do another encounter, so that we could, because you weren't able to...
I would go shootouts. now.
Okay, in that case, fine. if you say
Encounters
so.
kind of boring.
What? Okay, so Tom is a scary guy who likes to shoot, apparently. So, okay, in that case, if we're going to shoot out, that's when we can show off the weapon overhaul a bit more, which is something that people like. And they said that the music is a little bit loud, so I am going to tone down the game volume. Thank you very much for letting us know. Someone said, I like Tom. That's cute.
Thank you. I
You
like
like
you
him.
too.
You don't even know who that was.
Never mind.
Okay. If you say so. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. We missed our chance to show the keybind menu again. Okay, sorry. Next time. I'm sorry. I forgot about it. I mean, Tom was just really quick with queuing up. He's too good, so I can't keep up. But there will be boosters as well for shootout. Philip, could I ask you to briefly,
Yeah, of course.
while they were quick?
The more the lobby of a shootout is boosted, the more experience you will get, and the more rare the rewards for it will be. So basically the same, basically very similar to the encounter, but isn't it true?
Yeah.
No, I thought
Yeah.
you gave me like a look. Are you sure?
I think he's gaslighting you.
So yeah, it's the same sense. Nothing too different is going on.
Thank you so much. And we've got someone in the chat asking, is there going to be a full release for everyone in May? We are not doing the full release in May. However, we are planning on the early access release in May. We are planning a full release for the game later this year, so keep an eye out. Okay, and I'm actually gonna check the other chats, because I've only been checking out the... whatchamacallit. I've only been checking the Twitch chat, so I'm gonna have a look real quick at what's going on. Can I import my outfits from an Xbox account? No, you are not able to do so. There will be no cross progression, so you will have to start over from scratch on PC. So the progress that you got, the outfits, everything in your stash from Xbox or PlayStation or Switch, you're not gonna get it on PC. Okay, Tom is really going at it. He is quite aggressive. He's at a sliver of health, dude, but he's not even gonna heal. Okay, I was gonna say he's not gonna heal himself. Oh, okay, that was big rip. Well, that was karma, wasn't it? Okay. I love this game. I'm so hyped for PC release. Oh, that's so nice to hear. Thank you so much. Please wishlist it on Steam so you could keep track of what's happening. And there's another question. Are there any plans to host private servers? Nope, we don't have plans for that. We don't have plans for private servers, private lobbies, private games. Nope, there is no plan for that. And our lovely moderator just sent the wish list to Steam link, which is lovely, and I'm just gonna pin that real quick. Tom is looting, and he's ready to shoot. It's worthy to note that even though Tom is not killing anyone actively just yet, now he is, looting the boxes around on the map on Shootout also gives you points. So you tap the box, well, not tap it, like you touch it so that you can check out the loot, and then you get plus 10 points. So there are some people who can win shootouts without killing people.
Well, that would be very, very hard to do.
I've done that on Xbox.
You've won by looting?
Yeah, I have. Like, nobody reached the 20 kills point, but I was just looting like mad and trying to kill at the same time. And I didn't get the top amount of kills. I was second, but I surpassed and got first place because of the points I had. So just to let you know, you can win shootouts.
Nice.
Like, you're supposed to kill everyone because that's the point, but you can win through points. So just keep that in mind.
The points are the logic behind the shootout is it's a 10-minute death match. You get points, not XP, but score points in that match for killing, and there is some bonus for looting, like 10 for killing, isn't it? Like 200, I think, and one crate loot is
I don't know.
10 points.
Yeah,
I
one
believe.
crate loot is definitely 10.
Yeah, 100,
I know.
100 for kill, and yeah. So that is a rather good job winning by looting. I didn't.
But I was second in kills,
like,
you know. So
the logic is it should be possible, but
I knew that I couldn't beat the person in kills. I was
Yeah,
very
I mean-
close, but I was one kill off. So I was like, I'm just gonna start aggressively looting everyone.
wow,
So that's definitely
strange
possible.
mix of everyone being afraid of you, like always out there looting. Oh, she must be dangerous, right?
Okay. Will the seasons always be out of sync on console and PC? No, that will not be the case. This will only be the case for early access. So once we release the game on PC for a full release later this year, everything will be synced up in terms of battle passes between console and PC. So, yep. Okay. So the release on PC will be at the end of May or at the end of this year? I'm confusion. Well, silly mom. The release on PC, the full release, will be coming out later this year. We're aiming for that. And the early access, which you purchase the reinforcements pack, which has an arsenal of weapons, an arsenal of consumables, and a special unique uniform and a special unique title. So you have that lovely pack. It costs $19.99 US, and then you get to play on the early access as well as a side, like a side perk. So yeah, when you play on early access, you'll be helping us shape the game, thanks to your feedback. Yeah. And you'll give the game a try, and you'll have a head start as well once we do the full release later this year, because there will be a wipe after the early access period, but those who purchase the reinforcements pack will keep all of the weapons that are in that pack, all of the consumables, and the special uniform and the special title that I mentioned. So, yeah. We have a question about the weapon overhaul, but I mean, it's kind of hard when they keep killing you, but I guess that's the point of shootout. Someone was asking if you could start shooting without controlling the mouse, like without trying to counter the...
Right, the
That's hard.
recoil.
That's gonna be hard to do.
Um,
like automatically.
Let
like
me
just
take the FAMAS.
which is the Bugle F1 in our game. So that's you not controlling the recoil. Thank you so much, Tom, for the sneak peek on that. Hopefully, I hope we can give it a try again with other weapons, not just the Bugle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one's
But,
gonna be
yeah.
interesting. Please don't forget to reload and then just.
It helps.
Ah, aww.
Oh, God damn.
Rip. That's hard. Yeah, hashtag don't shoot Tom. Please don't.
Shoot him in the leg.
Okay.
Please shoot me. I wanna die.
No. No,
Don't.
please.
Just don't.
All right, let's see. Well, May release for early access, but when? Well, that's the hint. You have to stay tuned. We're going to share more info down the road on when early access will be available in May. So keep an eye out. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, this is more of a question for community managers, so I'm just gonna take this one. Plans for the official Vigor PC Facebook group. Well, it exists. You can join it for sure. We're trying to grow our official Vigor PC Facebook group as well. And I think that our moderators / other community managers will be sending the link soon as well. Tom is very, very aggressive, which is
scared him.
required. He needs to fight for his life, god damn it.
Nice. Was not bad. Try to
Witchy.
reach for your sidearm.
Reach you again. God damn.
Oh, she's close. Bam, bam.
Oops.
Okay. Alright. Da-da-da-da. Cool. So, where are we? Well, May 31st is still in May. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Am I gonna contest that? No. Okay. Wow, he killed Adam, says Zbigniew. Oh, hi, Zbigniew. That's cute. Oh. Oh, you died. Again.
I died again.
Why do
So
you
typical
keep
of
on
me.
dying?
Ti. Okay. I'm just going to check our other chats as well. But, yeah, maybe I think this is a relatively safe environment for you to try and shoot without moving the mouse, so we could
Again?
show off the recoil. Please,
Alright,
yes, this
sure,
is a
sure.
different weapon, so... Yes, thank you so much. So that was Tom not moving his mouse, not controlling the recoil at all, so...
Yeah, but don't worry, there are a lot of factors in play.
Could I
than
ask you
recoil.
to briefly run through it aside from the recoil, considering that Tom just...
Yeah, we can cover that. There. You mean like the weapon
The weapon
overhaul?
roll, yes.
Right. There is many factors in play, and the recoil and spread and all the key factors of each specific gun have been revised. That's true. We tuned it in order for each gun to be specifically to have a specific behavior. But there were many changes around that as well. One of them is you can open maybe you can open the
Sure.
inventory for just briefly and focus over some weapon. There is mainly a new factor of a gun. Of each gun has its own value. That's called ergonomics value. And you can see that on the one of the bars, the lowest bar. And the ergonomics affect several things. One of them is how fast are you able to run while wielding it, and connected stuff like that. It affects stamina consumption while performing certain actions, your movement, as I mentioned, and overall the whole feel of the gun. We tried to we tuned it in order to like, how was the word?
account for.
Well, yeah, to account for it also, but like we wanted to make it beneficial to swap to your sidearm rather
Right,
than reload. When you have logically placed sidearm, let's say a machine gun and a pistol, it should be beneficial to swap to it, and it is. It is.
Philip can confirm. The team's working really hard on it.
Yeah, we were the whole team was working on it extensively. It was not an easy job to do, and we are still kind of tweaking some of the details that they may not be 100% as we wanted it yet, but it's in a good state now, and so we wanted to show that in the early access, and want to hear your feedback.
I think we're getting close to have it.
I think we are
Just
very
the
close.
way we like it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the community feedback we get from the early access will help us shape it up further. So yeah, we're looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it
Yes,
once
please.
early access comes out later in May. Well, I'm saying later in May because mentally I'm already on May 1st, but we're still on April 30. So there's that. But yeah, we will be releasing early access in May. And real quick, did they talk about anti-cheat? Sorry, I'm late. Yes, we did. We mentioned earlier on that we do have an anti-cheat for our PC build. It's going to be from Easy Anti-Cheat. All right, and then... Oh, that's beautiful, Tom. Thank you for showing this off. This skin is snazzy as hell. This is really nice.
I like it.
But yeah, just a heads up, because Thomas was showing the skins. You cannot purchase anything in the game and then keep it for later, with the exception of Vigor Reinforcements Pack. Everything from Vigor Reinforcements Pack you will be keeping after the wipe, which will be just before the full release of Vigor on PC. We got a nice reminder in chat. Could we have a look at the menu for the key bindings?
Right. Let's have a look. See.
Just to mention though, the menu for it is this, but the keys that are set right now are specifically tailored for Tom, because this is how Tom likes it.
He has a weird hand, I think.
I do have a weird hand. I mean,
but yeah, just to let you know, this is how it looks right now, but it might still change down the road. So this is just a sneak peek on how it looks currently for us as devs. It may change once early access releases, and it definitely may change once full release happens. So, yep, just wanted to let you guys know about that. Thank you for scrolling through it, Tom. Can we also scroll on the menu on the right so that we could show people the different options for sensitivities?
sure.
Okay, so yeah, there's a look, X and Y sensitivity, and third person sensitivities as well. Will we be able to customize keybinds in the future?
Sure. Yes. You're
Thank you.
able to customize it right now.
Okay. Well, us devs, because they cannot customize it just yet.
Not
yet.
That's true.
Thank you, Tom, for the response on that. Okay, and then can we also look at the other settings that they can tweak in terms of audio? Please don't tweak it right now because we might make our audience deaf. And our audio team as well, which we don't want them to go deaf. Let's just keep it like this. So this is the master volume, the music volume, effects, and radio voice, and music and encounters. So you can tweak those different parameters in terms of audio in the game. And can we go back to the other menu? Can we look at the video one? We're not going to change anything. We're just going to show them how it looks like.
Right.
So there's the possibility of VSync and motion blur and showing FPS as well. Wow, and Tom's got FPS limited unlimited. God damn. That's really good. And we've got advanced setting as well. So shadows, textures, view distance, subsurface scattering, and ambient occlusion lens flare. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. They've got a question again about the wipe. What does wipe mean? Progress gone? Weapon stash? Materials all gone? Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate, or?
No, I mean that's sufficient.
Okay. I will.
Wipe.
I will elaborate. However, so yeah, weapons stash, the stuff that you did in your shooting range, your medals will all be gone after the early access period because there will be a wipe. The only thing you get to keep is the Vigor Reinforcements Pack, which is an arsenal of weapons, arsenal of consumables. So that's the only thing you keep. Everything else you lose. It's just gone. Poof. It disappears. Okay.
Does it go actually poof?
I
when you
mean,
wipe?
I don't think there is an animation for it. I think it's just a saying.
All right.
Okay. So, do we perhaps want to show off elimination?
Do we have
Oh.
time?
We do.
Sure.
But this is a longer than usual stream.
Okay.
All right. So what's the point in playing in early access? Well, like we mentioned earlier, you get to help us shape how Vigor is on PC, and you get to try out the weapon overhaul as well. And you get a head start when the game releases fully on PC because you have a lot of weapons and a lot of consumables, and you have the special title and you have the special uniform as well. Damn, that sounded very satisfying. I mean, I don't think you were very sorry there, Tom. Like, I think you just said it to be polite.
Whoa,
Maybe.
that
You
was
don't have
something.
to be sorry.
I
I mean,
was already kind of reaching to catch your hand to just fall off. But, Whew.
okay. All right. And so Tom's queued up in an elimination. Philip, could I ask you to briefly talk about
Alright.
the boosters here?
Yeah, the elimination is a team-based mode. You can you will fight with your team, randomly selected in the lobby, to wipe out the enemy team, or as time passes, capture an objective. In the lobby, you can both boost the match, the same as in shootout, let's say, basically. And you also can buy loadout tickets, which means, as you can see, at the start of each round of the game, you will see 5 different loadouts and clickers, keepers.
Clickers,
So,
keepers, losers,
so,
weepers.
Yeah, don't worry, there will be loadout for you every time, at least one of them. But the loadout ticket is for the option to take a loadout that's been already taken this round as well. So if there are multiple loadout tickets within your team, the whole team might have slightly better weapons if they choose to do 2 picks. So
Tom is just shoot.
nice. Yeah, you can see the markers of your teammates throughout the match. Well, the ones that are live. Oh, that was quite productive round.
Well, you're... Come
Oh,
on.
there we go.
Come on. Do something.
Like hunters.
We would like a release date. I mean, I would love to share it with you all, but I'm just... No. I can't. The
still-
early access is coming out in May, and then the full release will be coming out later this year. So. Okay. Will there be another dev stream before next season for consoles? Yes, there will be. This stream is just specifically to give a sneak peek on the PC gameplay and how it's looking right now. So this is a nice sneak peek for you guys. We will share more info down the road on what's happening console side. So keep an eye out. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's a good place. We usually mention what's coming, and you can figure out with some hints, because we're a lovely cryptic bunch, and we like to see you guys become Sherlock Holmes and just be little detectives. Some of you figure it out, some of you don't, but that's okay because it's part of the fun. But yeah, if you subscribe to our newsletter, keep an eye out on our socials. You'll find out more information about the dates for streams and events, and yeah, we will have another stream down the line to talk about stuff that's happening console side. Alright, come on Tom, kill!
That was-
I'm not a dog. I'm doing my best, Anjanette.
No, it's not me, it's the chat. I was just relaying what they said onto you. I believe in you wholeheartedly, Tom.
Alright.
I appreciate you a lot, and you know this, but I'm just relaying what they had mentioned.
I'm trying, chat. Come on.
Tom is amazing. He's doing his best, and I mean, we've got a team, like our dev team, they're a bunch of killers. Like, the amount of playtests that happen, of course everyone's a killer at this point. Okay. Right. Is early access open, or how do I get access? Wish list on Steam, and once we release on early access, you'll know. We'll also share the date soon, just literally around the corner, we'll tell you. But the release of early access is in May, so yeah, it's not out yet. But once we release on early access, you'll know. We'll also share the date soon, just literally around the corner, we'll tell you. But the release of early access is in May, so yeah, there's no, it's not out yet. But the release of early access is in May, so so you just have to wait for a little bit. Ba-ba-ba. I just got here. Who are they playing against if they are on PC? Oh, I mentioned this earlier at the start of our stream. We are playing on an internal PC build, so Tom is playing against other developers who have been so kind to stay with us, because it's after our working hours right now, so some team members volunteered to stay and show off the game with Tom.
And let off some steam by killing him in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Because
do
we
love
all-
killing me.
I think we could just say they do love beep me. So it's just they
That's
love
a nice
you.
edit there.
Sure, sure.
They love you.
Quality save.
Mm,
I wouldn't put the beep right there, but sure.
okay. Tom is getting beaten up by our dev team. Hey, shh. No. No. But Tom, flex and show those guns. Them guns.
Nah, never gonna happen.
Aw, okay. That's sad.
Who said that?
Who?
What was it, Zbinia?
No name.
No, it was not
It wasn't.
Zbinia. Zbinia has been very disciplined. Okay.
Because I would do it for Zbinia.
Okay, Zbinia.
Might have been actually. Let me.
I think we gotta scroll up a little bit. The chat's going so fast. I'm not even reading any names. Oh, Tom, that's gonna be a lovely ass loadout. Oh, and this map, it's in the night version. Yeah, there's one thing we probably didn't touch upon. Our maps have different weathers and different, like, times. So it could be daytime or nighttime. It could be rainy. It could be snowy. It could be foggy. So yeah, we actually implemented night maps as a community request / feedback, and we got inspiration / help mostly from one of our previous partners, Bobby. So thanks to him, we can enjoy some night maps in the Outlands. And our team, of course, had a great time implementing it as well. So kudos to our team. Well, I saw that. That was hilarious.
That was fun.
Aw. See, Zbigniew laughed. I mean, I think that he agrees that you should show off your guns, Tom.
Nah.
Aw.
Can you change aiming from hold to toggle aim?
That's a good question.
Not yet.
But
Not
eventually.
sure myself.
I mean, we'll have to discuss it with the designers.
Okay. Hello, Philip.
Hello there. I wasn't.
I have a proposition for you.
Okay, tell me. I'll make a note right away.
I mean, you
I'm
can.
not. I am sure about. I am sure about sprinting. You can set it on toggle or hold for sprint. Not sure about aiming at this moment.
Mm.
I wasn't on the controls area of the PC build myself, but it's definitely well. I mean,
Okay. Can we get tornadoes and tidal waves? Well, I don't think we plan on that at the moment. Even though I was mentioning that it was a great thing for our team to implement night maps, it wasn't exactly an easy feat. So I think that implementing tornadoes and tidal waves wouldn't be easy either. So sadly, we're just not going to implement such a thing right now. And then there's a follow-up on that, zombie mode. No, there are no zombies in post-war Norway. So we have other games in Bohemia Interactive if you'd like to go against zombies. So it's called Daisy. You could give it a try as well. But back
Daisy?
to Vigor. Tom is picking a loadout. And yeah, it was Daisy. Some people call it DayZ, but back to
They're
Vigor.
wrong.
Okay. Which ones?
it's the same with Wylands and Islands.
It's islands, actually. Getting it
I say
straight.
Wylands.
No, it's
I-
islands.
I'm-
It's islands. In Old English, it's islands. I must correct you.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm fine. I'm happy to be corrected, but I will just pronounce it the same way.
Oh no,
knowing
what's
I'm
the
wrong.
point? And then we've got some questions in the chat on YouTube. Do we have an exact date for the release on PC? There is no exact date. The early access will be dropping in May, and then the full release is planned for later this year. I still have no idea what, if anything, changed with the overhaul. We mentioned it earlier,
Yeah.
Sin. I'm sorry.
Everything.
Yeah, thank
Basically
you.
everything. Every aspect of the gun has been changed.
Mhm. Do you want to
Yeah.
briefly just run through it while Tom is watching
Yeah,
Adam
each
kill others?
aspect of the gun, damage, recoil, spread, ergonomics, as we talked about before, it was set accordingly. So in order for each gun to have a specific feel, the whole logic of projectiles traveling through the air, through the air, has been like remade. That is one of the examples of the inside kind of thing that you maybe cannot exactly see or feel, but it had to be completely reworked. But we decided to rework it. So the whole system, like basically, I'm not far from the truth when I tell you that almost every aspect of the whole system has been reworked. Some of those may be less visible. Some of those may be well visible. But yeah, as I said, basically everything. It's if you do not notice too much changes, that's partially telling us that we did a good job, because the changes make difference in the game, but they shouldn't bother you too much. They shouldn't bother you. So if you're not bothered by the changes, if it works as you expect, that's what we want to do.
That was quick. Both your explanation and Tom's death. It was both quick.
And also, if anything feels better than before,
Even
that's
bigger
what we
win.
wanted.
Yep. Tom was actually showing off as well earlier how different weapons behave, because there was a community request for Tom to shoot the weapon without using his mouse to compensate for recoil. So it should be in the VOD as well. If you missed it, you could just rewind and give it a watch.
Right.
Which will give you basic understanding about that specific gun and three aspects of that gun. So that doesn't tell you too much about the weapon
Yeah.
overhaul itself, but yeah.
You get a sneak peek on the recoil.
For example, yeah, recoil, spread, and rate of fire, let's say.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's see. First-person view mode only anytime? No, we don't have a first-person view mode, but Tom can aim down the sights when he is at a safer... Okay, he's done it. Yeah, he aimed down the sights. So, yeah, I mentioned earlier on at the start of the stream that you can aim down the sights and you can hip fire, and each mode, let's say, of aiming has its own advantages and disadvantages. And it also depends on the weapon, of course, so it's up to you to choose which one do you want to use when. It's really all about strategy, so yeah.
I just something came to my mind. One of the parts of the weapon overhaul as well that might interest you, some of you, that we rethinked and reworked the whole penetration system, which may not be, as we said before, maybe it's not exactly 100% tweaked, but it's definitely working better, and we would like to know what you think about it, because there were some situations and some issues that you may have or may have not encountered, but we wanted to make sure that you're bothered as least as possible, and the gunplay is as easy and understandable and tangible as possible. So penetration has been reworked too. We will be also collecting data from the early access build as you play, so we will evaluate those data as well and tweak accordingly until the full release of the game. So, but your personal feedback is valuable as well.
Yes, indeed. I mean, like, that's one of the things I mentioned, that when you buy the Vigor Reinforcements pack, you get a head start in the game when it goes on full release, and you'll have early access, and you'll help us shape the future of Vigor. So that's why we would highly appreciate it if you wishlist Vigor on Steam, and we'll be keeping an eye out for the feedback that comes rolling in. When will the reinforcement pack be available for purchase? Not to be confused with when the early access date is. Well, the reinforcement pack will be available for purchase also in May. So, yeah, it's kind of tied in our heads, I think. So, whenever we say the early access is coming in May, we mean the reinforcements pack is purchasable in May. So, yep.
Please anti-cheat on PC and console.
Yes, we do. We will have
have
anti-cheat
don't
on
worry.
PC. As mentioned, it's easy anti-cheat. On console, we have an in-game report system. Which, side note, we will also have that on PC, so you can use it to report any suspicious Outlanders when we get there. What day in May?
Just tell us. Come on.
It's not on me. I need someone to
We
tell me
cannot
I
say.
can say it.
We don't know, to be sure. Not as far as I know.
Yeah. Well,
Or I don't know.
I have a bit of a hint, but I cannot share it with the public,
It's fair.
and I cannot share it with you right now either because
I'm-
we're on
I'm
camera.
fine with that.
I can
I
tell
just
you.
know it's in May, and I'm fine with that.
And as Vinyak said, Mayday. Yes, Mayday.
Mm.
It's gonna be one of the May days.
Oh, and this is an even better one. When it's ready. Yeah, because we're still working on improvements.
Sure.
As I mentioned, and as Tom mentioned as well, we are definitely working on fixes and improvements. Still, what you see right now on the stream is the build for us as a team, and so it can look different when it comes out in early access, and it will also look different when it comes out for full release.
Definitely.
This is a beautiful screen. You won! Your team won, Tom!
Well, I didn't win. Adam won for the team.
You contributed. Don't be so
It's
hard
a
on
team
yourself.
Well,
effort.
Barely.
It's a team effort.
Barely.
Come on.
And there's gonna be a nice animation as well.
Skip it. Don't skip it.
Please don't skip it. Oh, okay. All right.
Please remove jump headshot. Well, that was as well. That was one of the areas that was covered that we tried to address
Tackle.
in the weapon overhaul, and I can say that it's been addressed. Not saying like it's well. Not gonna say anymore because that's basically what you need to know. Yeah, should be pretty difficult to
What
do.
did you mean, Philip, by penetration? Were you referring to hit registration?
No, I was not. I did not mean hit registration. As itself, I meant projectiles traveling through objects.
Different surfaces.
Different surfaces.
Right.
Each material has its own way of have its own properties in order to let the bullet through, under what circumstances, how is it affected, how much effect it does have on damage. All those aspects are covered in the system. And so I meant that projectiles traveling through objects in the game.
Tom, can I ask you to go to the shooting range and start shooting some random guns? Because
I shall.
we just want to show it off while we're on the topic as well. And yeah, we gotta. Oh, thank you for clarifying. So thank you, Philip, for
you're welcome.
clarifying. What? Okay. Why are you guys? Why is the weapon overhaul so secretive? It's not secretive. We are telling you as much information as we have.
And it's hard to be. It's difficult to be specific when literally everything is connected.
Yeah.
So like speaking about one thing, it affects bunch of other things. So if you need to know anything specific, ask me specifically. I will try to respond the best I can. We're not. I think we're not trying to be secretive about it. It's just hard to not to mention everything.
but
Right.
be
Yeah.
specific at the
Yeah.
same time.
The more specifically you're gonna ask, the more specifically I'm trying to answer. So go for it.
How is the bloom going to change, and what was changed about jump shots? Ask and you shall receive, Philip.
Right, where is it? That's it.
Here.
Oh, okay. What changed about jump shots? What was changed about jump shots? The spread of the gun while player is in the air should be very difficult
Could
to
you
manage.
demonstrate, Tom?
Sure.
Yeah, as you can see, the
could
spread
could
goes.
you change the color of the crosshairs
yeah,
by
yeah.
any chance?
Sure, I can.
So
can do
that
that now.
our viewers can watch it as well.
Down,
And they get
yeah, there we
another
go.
view of the length and thickness of crosshair. That's good. And visibility if people want some invisible crosshairs, because some people like stick a tape or like
So,
some
yeah.
gaming
So
monitors.
the spread of the gun is pretty much against you when you are falling through the air. So
I mean, right now
It's still-
Tom is controlling the recoil. I can see his mouse and he's trying to control it and move it
Right.
so that the
I-
crosshairs stay in a
I
specific
can say
place.
that since we tried to tweak it, I try to overuse it in the playtest we are having from time to time, and yeah, it's pretty hard to achieve, but you still shoot in the direction, and as close as you are, the closer you are to your enemy, the easier it is naturally. But it should be pretty difficult to get advantage of that.
Right, right.
Okay. And we've got some kudos in the chat. This sounds really great. Good job. Thank you so much. We hope you actually do give it a try with the early access, because we will be collecting feedback, as Philip mentioned earlier.
It is easier if you try it.
Yeah, I think that, like, there's only so much we can do on this stream. We're trying our best to showcase it to you. So if you have any more suggestions on what you would like Tom to do in the shooting range, please let us know. But there is a question on the YouTube chat that Philip was very eager to answer. Take it away, Philip.
That's a well-placed question. Transition speed and accuracy of going prone while firing. Same or different? Right now it's instant and makes you laser beam. That's one. That's in my head. It's kind of related to jump shooting.
Yeah,
it's a different issue, but yeah, it's
Right,
it's
right.
one of the other areas we try to tackle. It should be, yeah, as you can see, as Tomáš is showing it off. When you go to prone, the prone should be should offer you more accuracy as you're most stable, but the transition to it shouldn't make it easier. Shouldn't make it easier for you to fire the gun more effectively while transitioning. So when you're going prone, the crosshair is kind of spread out, and then after a certain delay, which should feel natural, it eventually goes more precise. So again, drop shotting was it called, right? Drop shotting shouldn't be
As
able.
viable.
Yeah, as viable. Yeah, it shouldn't be as easy to exploit.
Thank you
If it
so
is,
much.
let
No
us know,
problem.
please.
Yep. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Philip. However, there is this request for Tom, and I don't know if he's willing to comply, but
Right.
I would like Tom to sing Control Recoil and kill everyone.
To do what? Sing?
Sing Control Recoil and kill everyone.
Nah.
Okay, that is tough. Sorry, we tried, it's not gonna happen. And they would like to ask you, Tom, if you could try out the MG3 sometime.
I read that. I'm
Oh.
doing that right now.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see. I saw a question earlier. Yeah, is the jump shot crosshair change? Okay, so is the weapon overhaul rolling out on consoles as well? It will eventually, but we're starting off with rolling it out on the PC early access so that we can get some feedback, make some more tweaks along the way, so that players can give us what they think about the weapons. And just to mention, you can also play with controller on the PC build in early access once it comes out on early access, so please keep that in mind. And then eventually, when we're done tweaking and we think it's at the best possible shape that it could be thanks to our team's efforts and the community feedback, we will eventually be rolling it out publicly for everyone on PC and console. So, yep. I hope that answers the question. Damn. Thank you, Tom, for showing that off.
Nice.
You're doing a great job. Okay. Let's see. How about swapping shoulders while zigzagging should be addressed? It's a movement exploit. It's quite hard to, like, zigzag and swap shoulders on console, like with a controller.
Right.
Some people do it because they are very adept at using a controller, but I'm not quite sure how it's gonna go with keyboard and mouse on PC. But like as Philip mentioned, there are various things that are tackled with a weapon overhaul, so including movement with different weapons. So it should be, let's say, improved or mitigated. Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else that we wanted to discuss? I need to quickly check our talking points just so that I know we're on track. So we talked about elimination, shootout encounters in the shooting range, and the fact that there will be no crossplay during early access, and crossplay is something we will be introducing down the road after the full release, but that yeah, there will be an option to opt out. So, cool. Okay. I think. Will there be patch notes for the PCEA release? Patch notes for the release? I guess we'll talk about what's different in the PC early access compared to what's happening in the console, if that's what you're looking for. We'll try to make it as detailed as we can. I think that we actually talked about everything. Is there anything else that perhaps comes to any of your minds that we should point out?
Not sure. I think we covered all of it.
I think we did. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I nudged you by accident.
It's fine.
That's all right. Are there any plans for a persistent season pass like we see in other games, or do you plan to keep them limited time only? Yeah, the battle passes or the season passes that we have will be for a limited time only, so we're not planning on a persistent one. However, there's something we didn't talk about. Challenges.
Challenges. True.
After you show off this lovely crate with some
Alright.
bugles, transmitters, and I forgot what the third one is
we
already.
we have different type of challenges. There are which when you complete a challenge, you will naturally get a reward for it. There are story challenges which again take you through the mechanics of the game, the basic understanding of things.
And are linear.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there are daily challenges, which are, as far as I know, they are reset each day, and you
Because
have
they're
you
daily.
have you have the you have the day for completing them. They bear certain rewards, and then there are seasonal challenges, which will be opened to you when you're ready for them.
Yeah.
And
you have to complete
the
the story challenges first.
you have to complete the story challenges to open seasonal challenges, and for completion of the seasonal challenges, you have the whole season. So they are difficult to complete, more difficult than the daily challenges, but the rewards are
Impeccable.
naturally better.
Amazing. Just impeccable.
Just impeccable.
Thank you, Philip, for running through that. There was a comment earlier on that I saw on the chat regarding shotgun shells, that they are now purple in rarity.
Yes,
Right.
that's one of the things that changed as well with the weapon overhaul. All of the ammunition has been set for the same rarity, and the reason is that the inventory will be much more pleasant to work with. It's less cluttered. It should be more organized. I think there we changed something else in the inventory as well, till what I can remember now. But we decided to unionize, or what's the word for it?
Streamline.
Yeah, streamline the ammo for just for the convenience of navigating through the inventory.
Or make it uniform.
Yeah, make it
Sorry.
uniform. That's
Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else we didn't cover. We covered shelter improvements. We covered how to level them up and why they're important. Tom showed off some mementos as well, because he was really lucky with the loot and was able to escape. Well, he got killed, but there was insurance.
Yeah.
So there was that. We
I
showed.
was smart.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Well,
And
yes. Yes, you were. You are.
You remembered.
And there were also loot events, which Tom showed off. Yeah, I think that we're quite okay, and I think that we've been streaming for an hour and a half, which is wild. I'm so proud of all of us. We should pat ourselves on the back later, because this is longer than our usual stream, actually. We usually stream for an hour, but this stream was special because it was to preview the PC gameplay, so you had a sneak peek. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Any final remarks before we go off and finish up here, guys?
My classical one, please keep the feedback coming if you can. If anything feels good, let us know. If anything feels off, let us know. We're trying to tweak it the best we can for you. So yeah, we appreciate every kind of feedback.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Philip. Tom, would you like to say something before we head off?
See you in the game.
Ooh, that sounded like a threat. Okay. In that case, thank you all so much for stopping by. We hope that you enjoyed this sneak peek. Keep an eye out on our socials for more info. Thank you all so much for the feedback and the comments and the questions so far. It really helped us show off what's happening for the PC early access. And yeah, keep the questions coming, keep the comments coming, as Philip said, and we'll see you in the Outlands. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.